Okay. So nice, easy fluid flow. Release hips, legs, back. Starting on the back side. Go ahead, bring your knees to your chest and just kind of rock it out. Or to deepen the breath. A few lengthy inhales, and as you exhale, feel free to let it come out the mouth. To settle into an equal wavelength breath, Samavriti, you can always invite Ujjayi, glorious breath. Feeling that gentle constriction to the back throat as you inhale and exhale. And then go ahead, let left leg come to the floor. Keep your right knee in. Interlace 10 fingers behind thigh, top of shin, hug thigh bone in. Okay, slide the hands behind the thigh, and on an inhale, extend the right leg up to the sky, flex the foot. On an exhale, rebend the right knee. Inhale, extend, flexing the foot. And exhale, rebending a couple more times here on your own. Next time, keep the extension of the leg. Rotate your ankle in one direction. As you're drawing big circles on the sky or in the sky with all 5 toes. And then move in the opposite direction. And then come into your flex position and just hold for about 3 breaths. Feel the head of your thigh bone drop into your hip socket. That the sacrum beneath you equally from side to side. As the thigh bone gets heavy, think of reaching up into the sky with the sole of your foot, allowing your leg bones to get longer. Breathing into the sensation of the stretch behind the right thigh, calf. Okay, let's keep the right leg straight today, but go ahead, bend the left knee, plant your left foot flat on the floor, lift your hips up and over to the right just a little bit, and then re-lengthen left leg long on the floor. Use your left hand to guide your right leg up and over to your left side into a twist. Lady, always slide a block underneath the calf or the thigh bone. Your right arm come out to your right, head and neck, wherever it wants to go naturally. And then maybe bend the left knee. Reach behind you with your right hand, clasp the top of your foot. Way curly, bringing your heel in towards your bum. And slowly release your left foot. On an inhale, come up through center. Level out your hips with your left foot. Keep the right knee in. Go ahead, bend the knee, and then just find some hip flossing motion through your right side hip. So moving the thigh bone in a circular motion. Now as if you're drawing circles in the air with your knee. You can use one hand, both hands, or even no hands here. Next time knee comes to chest, move in the opposite direction. And then let your right foot come to the floor, keeping the knee bent. Let your right leg fall out to your right. And stay here for about 3 breaths. And use right hand to guide right leg back up through center. Let your right leg go long. On an inhale, lengthen arms overhead. You can reach out to the soles of your feet, your toes. Then on your exhale, bring left knee into the chest. Interlace fingers behind thigh, top of the shin, hug thigh bone down. And slide the hands behind the left thigh. On an inhale, extend left leg up to the sky, flexing the foot. Exhale, bending the knee. Inhale, lengthen, flexing the foot. On the exhale, bend the knee. 2 more times. Next time you extend up through the left leg, draw your circles with your 5 toes in one direction. And then opposite direction. And keeping the extension, flex the foot up to the sky, drop the head of your thigh bone heavy. So both sides of your sacrum, pelvis, and the floor. And then imagine that you're pressing the sole of your foot up into the sky, letting the leg bones get longer. Keeping the left leg straight, go ahead, bend the right knee, plant your right foot flat to the floor. Lift your hips up and over to the left just a little bit. Re-lengthen right leg long. Use your right hand to guide left leg up and over to your right into your twist on this side. Once you're there, left arm out, palm up, head and neck, wherever feels best. And if you can, bend the right knee, reach behind you with your left hand, maybe clasp the foot to toe. One side typically feels different. Breathe into the sensations. So release the right foot. Gently come back to center. Level out your hips with your spine using your right foot. And then go ahead, bend the left knee, and then move the head of your thigh bone in a circular motion, hip flossing. If you're drawing a circle in the sky now with your left knee in one direction. And then moving in the opposite direction. And let your left foot come to the floor. Keep the knee bent. Left leg falls out to your left. Use left hand to guide left leg back up through center. Lengthen both legs long. Again, inhale, reach the arms overhead. You can reach out to the toes, the soles of your feet. And on the exhale, let's again bring both knees into the chest, maybe around the spine, forward to the knees. And we'll make our way to hands and knees. So feel free to build momentum, taking a few rocks up and down the spine. You guys got it. Making your way up and over. Tabletop. We'll come through a cat-cow. On your inhale, extend the spine. So rounding. Got a few of these on your own, and as you move through these two shapes, feel free to include anything else that feels intuitive, that your body is asking for. Even be the hand palm position if your wrists are feeling a little sore, achy today. Some side to side motion. Next inhale, come to your extension. And then on the exhale, come into your cat. Bring your hips to your heels, child's pose. On an inhale, let your hips come more forward towards your wrist into extended cobra. And then exhale, press to the floor. Hips reach back to your heels, child's pose. Inhale brings you forward. Feel your hands, palms press into the floor, even here, and isometrically drag the heels of your palms to your hips. Engage your upper back. And then exhale, press to the floor, reach your hips to your heels, child's pose. And do that a couple more times, moving in your own pace within your own breath. Last one here. The next time you exhale, we will stay in child's pose for a moment. And these can be as wide as you would like them to be or closer together. Once you're there, you can flip your hands, palms, maybe do that fist pumping action or the roll out of the wrists. And on your next inhale, walk your hands upper body over to your left. You can create that pillow with your left forearm if you would like. Either way, isometrically press your right hand palm into the floor. Same time, think of wrapping your bicep up, tricep down, really broad on the right side. Your right hip get heavy to the right heel. And on an inhale, walk through center and then over to the right. And create the pillow with your right forearm if you would like. Either way, roots connect into the left hand palm. Feel the isometric action of rooting down there. Bicep rotating up, tricep down. Being really broad, lengthy on your left side, left hip heavy to left heel. And next inhale, walk it back through center. We'll come into our prayer stretch. Palms together. Bend your elbows into the floor. Feel your elbow points connect into the earth. Draw your upper arm bones back, broaden through your collarbones front to back. Maybe the thumbs come to the nape of the neck. Maybe you separate your hands, reach for the backs of your shoulder blades. Exhale, let your hands come back to the floor. On an inhale, come up through tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then once you're here, you can move it out. Ladies, you can breathe it out. And then walk your feet up about a foot's length forward. So your downward facing dog's a much shorter stance. Keep pressing the floor away through your hands, palms. Think of reaching your sit bones back in space, getting the legs, the posterior chain of your legs a bit longer. We'll do that one more time. So look slightly forward, walk your feet up about, again, a foot's length forward. You're almost in your forwards fold, but not quite yet. You might be on your finger pads or hands to even blocks. Press into the floor, feet rooting into the earth, thigh bones reaching up to the sky. Inhale, look forward, and then walk your feet all the way up to your hands, come into a forward fold. Go ahead, grab your opposite elbow, sway a little bit. You can even bounce to the soles of your feet. Yeah, on an inhale, come up, or go ahead and relax your hands to the floor first. Let's actually bring the hands to the small of your back, interlace your 10 fingers. Think of bringing your shoulder blades or shoulder heads up into the ears, and then bring your shoulder blades together behind you. Use your upper back strength, and then slide your shoulder blades up towards the sky, so away from your ears. Then reach your fist back. Then maybe arms come up and over towards the front edge of your mat. Okay. So your feet to the floor. And every time you exhale, I want you to imagine as your feet connecting further into the earth, your thigh bones grow longer in length. Go ahead and bring your hands to the small of your back. On an exhale, hands to the earth or blocks. On an inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale to fold. On an inhale, come up halfway. Find a block underneath your chest. Got it. You might not need it. Kind of an unconventional stretch. I'll face you so you can see me a bit better. We're going to start on the right side. I'm not going to mirror you today. But you're going to roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Be mindful of your knees. So I have a soft bend in my right knee and left knee. I'm rolling to the outer edge of my right foot the best that I can. And then I'm going to deepen back into my forefold. You feel this on the outer seam of your right leg. Breathe into these sensations here. Now, if you would like a little bit more, you're going to keep the right foot just how it is. But on the inhale, you'll come up just a little bit. So like a halfway forward fold. You're going to rotate or pivot your left foot to the left. Just a little bit. Walk your hands, your block, framing your left foot. And then you will deepen the forward fold. And then think of your hips coming over to your right, just a little bit by little bit. Again, we're not hanging out in the knee, so there's a soft bend in the knee. Hopefully feel this travel up to the outer right hip, maybe up into the lower back. I even like to walk my right hand over to the left, so I get longer on my right side as my right hip comes over to the right. Take one more breath here on this side. And then on an inhale, you'll slowly make your way back through center, all 10 toes pointing forward. Come up, Ardha Uttanasana, hands on the block. You can kind of move out the legs a little bit if you need to. We'll come into the opposite side. So now rolling to the outer edge of your left foot, soft bend in the left knee. We're not hanging out in the knee joint. And then when you're ready, on an exhale, you can deepen into your forward fold. Be feeling the difference between right and left. And if you would like a little bit more, you would come up about halfway, hands to your block. Could be your right toes out to the right, just about 45 degree. And then walk your hands, your block to frame your right foot. Come back into the fold. Notice the sensations get a little bit louder. Hips over to the left without jamming into the knee, soft bend in the knee. Right foot firmly to the floor. Walk your left fingertips over to the right. Getting a little bit more length on the left side. Nice. Two more breaths. Okay, inhale, walk your hands, upper body back through center, all 10 toes pointing forward, both feet flat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, come up, Ardha Uttanasana. Turn your toes out, bend the knees into Malasana, squat pose. Nice. Coming here, walk your hands forward, maybe hands on a block even, and come into a forward fold. Really allow your lower spine, upper spine round. Let the head, neck hang heavy here. Maybe even rock your head from side to side. You can shift body weight over from side to side as well. A little wiggle in the hips. And then walk your hands in to make yourself upright. Find your hands in your prayer. Got it, Michael? Pushing your upper arms into your thigh bones. Feel that feedback as if you press your feet to the floor. Almost like you're kind of wrapping your outer butt cheeks, hips in towards the midline. And then lift through the front and back of your heart space. Good? Good. How did that one before that feel? The outer foot. Yeah. One. One more breath here. Next exhale, hands to the floor, hips up to the sky, turn your toes forward, and then forward fold. From here, inhale, come up, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway fold. Let's step it back, downward facing dog. And then again, move it out. Breathe it out if you would like. Let's extend the right leg back and up, three-legged down dog. Stack right hip on top of left. Bend the knee. Drive your right heel energetically into your butt. Press your left heel straight back behind the ball of your left foot. Straighten out through the right leg, square off your hips. Softly step your right foot through. Bring your hands, both hands to the inside of your right foot, and then walk your hands over to the left as if you're in a downward facing dog here. Let your hips come down, but keep actively pressing your feet to the floor. Imagine you're drawing your inner thighs in closer. Okay, walk your hands in. Frame your left foot, left knee to the floor. Actually, keep both hands to the inside of your right foot, heel toe right foot out if you need to. Wherever your toes point, remember your knee should follow. On an inhale, let your hips come more forward. And then exhale, hips back to the left heel, Ardha Hamana, half split. Right toes flexing up to the sky. Inhale, come forward, low lunge. And then exhaling it back, half splits. Couple more. And next time we come forward, we're going to stay here. On an inhale, I want you to think of rolling to the outer edge of your right foot, outer edge of your left leg. Eye gaze can follow the motion of your body spine. Inhale, you'll come through center, and then I want you to imagine you're rolling to the inner seam of your left leg. Might not be a huge movement. You got it. We'll do that a couple times. Inhale, come through center, and then to the outer seam. And then inhaling back through center to the inner seam. I still like to use my right foot and my hands to press to the floor, and I imagine I'm pulling my heart more forward to feel this isolation stretch in the hip joint. And then inhale, come through center. One more time, over to the outer seam. And then in through center to the inner seam. Good. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, let's shift it back, half splits one more time. Okay, for one more breath, can you flex your right foot a little bit more? Inhale, rebend the right knee, come into your low lunge. Plant your hands palms, tuck left toes, lift left knee up. Then we're going to sweep the right leg back. Through, up, stack hip, bend knee, open hip. Enter or press your left heel straight back behind the ball of your left foot. And then lower right leg down. Inhale, reach left leg back and up. Stack hip, drive left heel to your butt. Press your right heel straight back behind the ball of your right foot. Straighten out to the left leg. Exhale, step it through. Step it to the outside of your left hand. Right knee to the, oh no, not yet. Keep your right knee lifted. Walk your hands over to the upper right hand corner of your mat. If you're coming into downward facing dog, I stay on my finger pads. Press your feet to the floor. Feel that drawing into the midline from your inner thighs. And then walk your hands back in. Right knee down. Inhale, hips come forward into your low lunge. Exhale, hips back, half splits. Left foot flexes. Inhale, rebend. And then exhale brings you back. One more times here. And the next time you come forward into your lunge, we're staying here. Rolling from side to side. So on your inhale, start to roll over to the outer seam. Next inhale, come through center. And think of rolling to the inner seam of your right leg. Inhale, you come through center and then over to the outer seam. Inhale back center to the inner. One more time here. Inhale, come through center. And then reach your hips back to your right heel, half splits. Just stay for about 3 breaths. Feel your outer left hip in line with the outer right hip. Make sure it's not hiking up to the sky. Both sit bones reaching back as your left foot reaches forward. Inhale, come up through your low lunge. Tuck right toes, lift right knee. On an inhale, sweep left leg back. Stack hip, bend knee, drive left heel to your bum, press right heel to the floor. Three, straighten through the left leg, left foot down, downward facing dog. On an inhale, shift forward plank. You can lower all the way to cobra or halfway chaturanga into your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's walk the hands back to the feet. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. If you can, hook your big toes with your peace sign fingers, or even step on the palms of your hands, letting your fingertips come up to the wrist, and then deepen into the fold. If your elbows are bending, let them bend out to the sides. Think of drawing the front of your throat slightly in so the neck is long. And you're not pressing the knees back, but as you press your feet into the floor, imagine or feel your thigh bones grow longer up towards the sky. One more breath here. Inhale, come up, Ardha Uttanasana. Release your clasp, your hands. Turn your toes out, bend the knees, Malasana. Bring the right fingertips out to the right. On an inhale, reach your left arm up, look up. Now, if you can, internally, we didn't do any binds whatsoever, so be mindful, but internally rotate your left hand palm. Yep, you're gonna bend the elbow. Think of bringing your left hand to the lower back, maybe to the outer right hip. If you can, you're gonna internally rotate your right hand, reach around your right leg, and clasp your fingertips. Nice. If you have that, think of drawing your chest forward and up as you rotate to the left. And slowly release, right fingertips to the floor, reach your left arm up. And then Malasana, squat. So we're gonna do the same thing, opposite side. So left fingertips to the left. Inhale, right arm up, out to the right. Internally rotate both arms, bend both elbows, reach for your clasp if you can. You can always use a strap too. Once you have it, think chest forward and up, hips down and back. Slowly release, left fingertips down, right arm up. Malasana. Hands to the floor, inhale, hips up to the sky, turn your toes forward, forward fold. And inhale, come up about halfway, heel toe your feet wide on the slippery ground. So at least mat width, and then come back into a forward fold. Inhale, come up, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway fold, heel toe your feet in about hip width. And then walk your hands forward, downward facing dog. Let's go ahead and bring the knees to the floor. Lift your hips to your heels, child's pose, just for a moment. And then bring yourself upright. We're going to come into what is called double pigeon. You're going to come onto your seat, bum. Let's start with the left leg on bottom. I'm not going to mirror you guys today. Your left shin fairly in parallel, running in line with the edge of your mat. Then you will stack your right ankle leg on top. And this might be where you're at today. It's not going down. You got it, Carly. So you could either bring the left foot in, just be mindful of the knee, or you're going to stack it in front of the left leg, right leg in front of left. Think of a tall spine. Almost feel like you're shifting the pelvis beneath you, behind you. So you're kind of coming into an anterior tilt, and the top of your pelvis is coming a little bit more forward. So that way, that gentle tilt of your pelvis brings more weight forward, and your legs with gravity are wanting to come more closer together. That force. Bring your hands to the floor in front of you, tend to fingertips, maybe in front of your legs. Relax the jaw, relax the face. Breathing into the areas that feel tight, loud. And with each exhale, you're permitting or asking, allowing, letting that part of self know that it is okay to slowly release that tension, the grip. Let the loudness get a little softer with each breath. Inhale, come up through center. Use your hands to uncross the legs. Good, let your legs go long. You can tap it out. Do the same thing on the opposite side. So now right leg's gonna come in first. Right shin fairly parallel with the front edge of your mat. You are stacking left ankle to right knee. The best of your ability. Yep, you got it correct. Keeping the left foot flexed to support the knee joint, wherever your foot is in space. Feel that gentle anterior tilt of your pelvis. Imagine you're letting your butt come back behind you just slightly so that you feel the base of your spine more rooted to the floor. We're not leaning back just into the tailbone. A little bit more forward to the pubic bone in this one. And then keep chest up. Fingertips to the floor, either side of you, or maybe over time they come more in front of you. One side is always different. Breathe with the sensations that come up. One more breath here on this side. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back to either sides. Use your hands to remove the legs. Let them go long. Tap it out. Okay, we're going to come into the 90-90s or the hip switch. So bending your feet or your knees, not your feet. Finding your 90-degree angle of your legs on one side. Okay. And then you can use your hands or not. But once we're onto one side, go ahead and walk your hands over to that side. So I'm on my right side, and then think of dipping down into the right, into more of a twist. Left arm can actually reach forward in space, which feels really nice. And then you'll take like a breath or two here, and when you're ready, you'll come up through center And you'll do your hip switch to the opposite side. And you'll twist to the opposite side, maybe come into a forward fold, maybe reach your right arm forward in space. If you're staying for a breath or so, and then you'll come back up and you'll move to the opposite side. So we'll just do this for a few moments. If you want it to be more fluid and just go from side to side with breath, by all means, that is totally okay with me. But if settling into it for a breath or two on each side, feeling that stretch feels good for that for you today, that's cool too. Find the balance between your sides. And once you do, let's come back through center. Take your time though. And then I'm going to invite you, have your blocks nearby, because I think ending or relaxing in a supinated Baddha Konasana would be really nice. But before you come into that, go ahead, come to the floor, find a happy baby variation, whatever that might look like for you. And if that means it's more fluid or more still, great. Maybe more expressive or more inward, awesome. Feel free to take a couple breaths out the mouth on the exhale. And when you're ready, you'll make your way into your final rest. Again, that could be a supinated Baddha Konasana, which could feel really nice, getting into the inner seams a bit more with support of the block, so we're not hanging out in the joints. If you place your blanket over the fronts of your hips, that could feel, again, very nice here. Closing your eyes if you haven't already. Arms rest, it feels natural, supportive. I'll guide you through a few breaths. We're going to work with Apana Vayu today. That downward motion of energy, helping the process of releasing, surrendering, eventually eliminating. We'll begin by exhaling everything out. And then as you take your next breath into the nose, imagine you're drawing energy in from the crown down into the base of your spine, the pelvic bowl, the hips, the buttocks, the lower spine. As you exhale, allow the energy to seep further into those parts of self, maybe even further down the legs, the feet, feel the back body. descend further into the floor. Inhale from crown down into the base of the spine. Exhaling, allowing yourself to soften further into the earth, further into yourself. Now crown to the base of the spine. And exhaling, letting the legs get heavier, feet, and your toes. I'll draw energy from the crown, bring it all the way down into the pelvis, butt, hips, lower back. And then exhaling, allowing yourself to deepen into the earth, into the shape that you're in. Inhale, breathe from the crown to the base of your spine. In your exhale, allow yourself to melt further into the floor, your props, let the muscles of your face relax. Inhale, crown to the base of your spine. And exhaling, softening, relaxing into it. Now crown to the base of your spine. Exhaling from the base down, eventually out. And now without moving, just become aware of the sensations or the sounds around you. You're outside of the space. How the air temperature feels upon your skin. Feel your hands, your feet in space. And when you feel ready, you can bring gentle movement to the fingers, toes, excuse me, wrists, hands, head, the neck. Maybe the musculature of your face, jaw, tongue. And if you're in your supinated, supported bound angle. Use your hands to bring your legs closer together. Let the legs go long. And as you inhale, reach the arms up and over. Reach to the soles of your 10 toes. On the exhale, let it be audible out the mouth. Feel free to bring your knees to your chest. Again, maybe around the spine. Forehead to the knees. And rolling off to your right side fetal. From your fetal position, pressing up into your feet. And just maybe do a mental scan of your physical layer and just notice the shifts, the changes, whether they're big or subtle from the beginning of practice to now, and how that affects our energetic body, which then connects into our mental and emotional body. And close with our Oms, bringing the hands up to heart space. And just take a moment of gratitude for everything that we do have, everything that we work very hard for, and for everything that is to come. And maybe say the one thing that you desire or that you intend to manifest in your near future. Say it in the present tense. You already are there. And we'll close with our one Om. Exhale everything out. A nice inhale. On your exhale, bow the chin in. And always thanking ourselves for creating time, space for our personal practice, whatever modality that might be for that moment in time. Thank you for sharing your company. It's always an honor. Have a beautiful rest of your Saturday. Namaste.